I would say that Chrome is good for certain things. It's not good for everything. It's good if you're a university student, you're mostly working online. You're probably working with the Google Workspace ecosystem, Docs, Drive, Calendar, Mail, because your school's providing it. Or you're a remote worker and most of your work is on online apps. I just bought a Chromebook to study for my CCNA, and I can't even download the flashcard app my instructor recommended or Packet Tracer. I think I want to install Linux and get rid of the Chromebook OS. Do you think that's a good idea? Okay, so if you're doing any kind of heavy-duty network engineering, Chrome is maybe not the right operating system for you. You can certainly install Linux on a Chrome device, and then from the command line, you can boot any Linux app that you want. You've got a few choices in environments there, I think, and it effectively gives you all the freedom of a Linux machine for you to install whatever apps that you want. But number one, you've got to be a bit geeky to do that, or at least have some time to follow instructions online. And number two, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a Chromebook or a Chromebox, because if you're not using Chrome OS and you're instead using Linux, I kind of got to ask, what's the point? Now, if you're booting into Chrome because you like the security of Chrome and you just want to use Linux for like one app, sure, fair enough. That probably makes sense. But if you are going to be working in Linux apps all day long and you want the flexibility of Linux OS, then probably just flash a machine with Linux or buy an alternative machine and put Linux on it. So got specific apps that are not working on Chrome OS. I'm assuming they're needing to connect to like a serial port or, at least a USB that's connecting to a serial port on some hardware. That sounds like it's not quite the right device for that job. So I would say that Chrome is good for certain things. It's not good for everything. It's good if you're a university student, you're mostly working online, and you're probably working with the Google Workspace ecosystem, Docs, Drive, Calendar, Mail, because your school's providing it. Or you're a remote worker and most of your work is on online apps, like you're using the Google Suite plus Slack, or maybe Dropbox, and you're using Xero Online for your accounting, and you're using Zendesk for your ticketing system. Those apps all work fine online. Canva for graphic design, right? If you're primarily working in a web browser, then Chrome OS is wonderful because it's highly secure. There's next to no viruses or malware or exploits known. They have insane battery life and they've got reasonable prices as well. So Chrome is great for that situation. Not so great if you're a hardcore Linux network engineer or network engineer that needs to use Linux for your day-to-day job.
If you liked this video, we've got plenty more on the channel covering this topic and much, much more.